Hello, and welcome back to Fem Life. If you'd like to support me, please use my affiliate links mentioned below. Every purchase you make will bring me closer to my gender transition. Luke was in the living room on Saturday morning when his mom received a phone call. He could sense that it wasn't good news. After she hung up, she walked over to him. "Honey, that was my work. They're facing major issues at one of our other offices in another state, and they need me to help out as soon as possible. This might lead to a promotion, so I have to go." "That's okay, Mom. I'll probably be gone for 2 or maybe even 3 weeks. I'll see if you can stay with Sarah until I get back." That's how Luke ended up with Aunt Sarah. She was nice and pretty, and he liked her a lot, but they didn't have much in common. Plus, in the rush, they forgot his suitcase. "You know I love you, sweetie," Sarah said after his mother had left, "but I'm not sure what we'll do for a whole week, let alone 2 or 3. "Yeah, I know, Aunt Sarah. The only times it's just been you and me are when we were buying a gift for Mom or something like that." She wasn't really his aunt, just his mom's best friend, but he had always called her that. "We'll figure something out," she said, giving him a hug. A thought crossed her mind. They were about the same size, and he had such nice long hair. But she dismissed it. "What's on your mind, Aunt Sarah? You look like you have something to say." She smiled. "It's just a silly thought, Luke. I don't think you'd be interested, and I don't want you to get upset with me." "Come on, you know I won't get mad." "Maybe, but I doubt you'd go for it." "Now you've got me curious. Just tell me. It can't be that bad. If you really want to know." "Yes, I do." "Okay. I was thinking that since you're about my size and have nice long hair, I could dress you up as a girl. What do you think?" "Seriously?" "Yes. It would be something fun for us to do together. Have you ever wondered what you'd look like as a girl? People might laugh. It's just us here, and I wouldn't tell anyone. But I'm not trying to pressure you. It was just a thought." Another, less innocent thought crossed her mind. "And honestly, I wouldn't think any less of you for being unsure." "Who said anything about being unsure?" Sarah smiled. It had started as a random idea, but now it seemed like fun. She thought she had him intrigued. "I guess it's natural for boys to be hesitant about their feminine side. It's a shame, though. I bet I could make you look really cute. But like I said, I wouldn't think any less of you for being hesitant." "I'm not hesitant, Aunt Sarah. I just don't want people laughing at me. As I said, it's just us." "I wouldn't laugh. You'd be doing me a huge favor, and I'd appreciate it. But I don't want to pressure you into anything. Just think of it as something fun we could do together. I guess I am curious about how I'd look as a girl." "Let's do it, sweetheart. I promise you'll look amazing." She took him to the bathroom and handed him some Nair. As he showered, she gathered his boy clothes. She brought out a pair of satin panties, a matching bra, a nightie, and a robe. "These are for when you're done," she said. "After you wash your hair, wrap it in a towel like your mom does." Luke wasn't sure how he felt. Although he'd never considered dressing up as a girl, the idea was starting to appeal to him. He looked at the silky underwear and nightgown as his body hair washed away. "I hope I don't look foolish," he thought. After washing and drying his hair, he wrapped it in a towel and put on the panties. The bra was tricky, but he managed to get it right. Finally, he slipped on the nightie and robe. "Wow, this feels nice." He went to the mirror. "No way. I actually look like a girl." He wasn't sure how he felt about that yet. He found Aunt Sarah and they went to her bedroom to explore her closet. "What should you wear, Luke?" she asked. "Wow, that purple silk dress is beautiful," Luke said, pointing at it. Aunt Sarah pulled it out and held it up. Oh yes, she said, smiling. You'll look adorable in this. Let's do your hair and makeup. I even have some lingerie that matches, pretty panties, a bra, and a slip. Plus, I have the perfect heels. I hope your feet match mine. Luke was unsure. He'd never dressed as a girl before and hadn't thought much about it, but he had to admit it felt nice. We'll start with your hair and makeup. Sit over here, honey. She seated him at her makeup table and turned the chair so he couldn't see. No peeking until I'm done. I bet you'll be a doll. Sarah styled his hair and shaped his eyebrows slightly. She gave him a complete makeover. As she combed out his hair, she was pleasantly surprised. Sarah had expected him to be cute, but he was more than that, he was adorable. Oh honey, you won't believe how great you look. But first, let's get you changed. She brought out matching purple silk panties, a lace-trimmed bra, a lacy purple slip, a garter belt, stockings, and purple high heels. She helped Luke change and led him to the mirror. Oh my God, is that me? Aunt Sarah, I look amazing. Yes, you do, sweetie, she said, hugging him. Even better than I expected. It's not so bad, is it? Be honest, isn't this at least a little bit fun? Yeah, I guess. I never thought I could look like this. And, promise me you'll never tell anyone, Aunt Sarah? Of course, sweetheart. Luke looked a bit embarrassed as he admitted, I have to say, if I'm being honest, this feels pretty nice. Actually, more than just a little. He smiled and twirled around. To be completely honest, Aunt Sarah, it feels fantastic. Luke hugged Sarah. Thanks, but please don't tell anyone. Don't worry, honey. I'd never embarrass my niece. Sarah stepped back to admire her new niece. You know, Luke, no one would ever guess you're not a natural girl. Please let me take you out to dinner like this. I'll dress up nicely, and we can go out as two elegantly dressed ladies. It'll be so much fun. Please, Luke, do it for me. Luke liked how he looked and wasn't ready to change out of the clothes yet. Besides, as Aunt Sarah said, no one would be able to tell. Since it means so much to you, I guess I'll do it. But keep it a secret. Thank you so much, honey. I really appreciate it. Sarah thought, you're not reluctant at all. Maybe I have a new niece. I'm sure I can keep this up for a few days. Let's find a purse to match that dress. And you know, Luke works fine as a girl's name, unless you'd prefer something else? Luke thought for a moment. Maybe I should have a different name. How about, Emma? Yeah, that's a nice name. All right, Emma it is. We'll go to a lovely place for dinner. Don't worry, you won't be on display. But honestly, Emma, you look adorable. I'm serious. Emma blushed. No one will think you're anything but a girl. Now, let's pick out a nice dress for me. At the restaurant, Sarah was amazed at how much Luke had embraced being Emma. She suspected Emma enjoyed being a girl. With a grin, she thought, she needs her ears pierced. What are you thinking, Aunt Sarah? Oh, I was just thinking it's a shame your ears aren't pierced. Most girls your age have pierced ears, and many boys do too. True. Emma paused. Do you think we can get them done on the way home? Sure, honey. I'm sure it will make you even more adorable. Sarah admired Emma's blush. It's at the mall, right next to a lingerie store. How about I get you a lovely silky negligee as a present for being so wonderful tonight? You can wear it tonight. Would you like that, sweetheart? Oh, Aunt Jen, you're the best. Sarah was only half surprised by Emma's enthusiasm. At the mall, they quickly got Emma's ears pierced, then went into the lingerie store. Emma was almost overwhelmed, so her aunt helped her choose a silky, lacy nightie with matching panties and a strapless bra. Emma seemed to be lost in delight. "You like this store, Emma?" She pulled her aunt close and whispered, "I never knew being a girl could be so much fun." She hugged Sarah tightly. Sarah hugged her back and went to pay for the new lingerie. On the drive home, Sarah decided to push her luck. "Honey, would you like to go back to the mall for more shopping tomorrow? I'd be thrilled to buy Emma some outfits if she's staying around. We can both get makeovers at the salon first and then go shopping. What do you say, Emma?" "Really? You mean it?" "Of course." "Wow. I shouldn't say this, but it really sounds like fun." "There's nothing wrong with having fun, honey." When they got back to Sarah's place, they settled in to watch a little television before bed. Emma in her pretty new nightie, and Sarah changed into a nice silky nightie too. "Wow, what a change a day makes," Sarah thought, gazing at her new niece in her pretty silk and lace nightie snuggled against her watching television, just like a real girl. In the morning, they picked their outfits for shopping. Emma insisted that they match, at least some. They wore matching pleated skirts, violet for Emma and pink for Sarah, with lacy white silk blouses. Emma made sure she had open-toe heels so her painted toenails showed. Sarah fixed her hair and makeup for her, and they were off to the mall. First stop was the salon. First, Emma got her hair styled nice, so it framed her face nicely. "Wow, I love it. This looks great." "Thanks, hon. Would you like your eyebrows done? They could use a little shaping." "Okay," Emma said without even thinking, and most of her eyebrows were soon plucked out. Next came the makeover. They gave her a fabulous makeup job. When they were finished and she saw herself, Emma was speechless. "Is that really me?" Sarah had finished and came over. "Wow, Emma, you are really beautiful. Maybe we should enter you in a beauty pageant," she said with a grin. "I hate to sound conceited, but looking like this I just might win," Emma responded with a happy smile. "Well, come on, beauty queen, and let's do some shopping." As they walked out of the salon, Emma moved close and whispered to her aunt. "Aunt Sarah, is there something wrong with me? I like this. I mean, I really, really like this. You know, being all dressed up this way." "Oh, honey, no. You're dressed in nothing but silky clothes, and how can that feel but nice? And even if we both know you're not really a girl, you sure look better than about 99% of them right now. So you're having fun with it, where's the problem?" She smiled at her niece. "Well, in that case, I want the silkiest, laciest dress we can find in this mall." She smiled at Sarah. "If we're going to have fun, we might as well have the most fun we can." "It's a deal, sweetie. We'll find the prettiest, most feminine dress here and of course, some matching lingerie." "Of course," Emma said with a laugh. The search was on for the prettiest dress they could find. Of course, they made plenty of other purchases along the way. Sarah couldn't get over how much Emma was getting into it. She seemed as happy as any real teenaged girl shopping for clothes. And she seemed to have very feminine tastes. She wanted everything silky and lacy. And Sarah was happy to go along. She even got Emma a jewelry box that Emma thought was cute. When you opened the lid, a little ballerina popped up. Then, of course, Emma needed some jewelry to go in the box. Finally, they found a dress fit for a princess. Silk and lacy and pink. The skirt was several tiers of transparent pink silk with a lace hem. The sleeves were puffy and sheer, with lace at the wrists. The bodice was tight-fitting, with lace at the bust. It was beautiful, and they both just looked at each other without saying a word. "Emma," Sarah said, after thinking a moment, "you want to look your very best in this dress, don't you?" "Oh, yes." "Come along then, we need to go pick up a few things. I think a corset would be perfect for this dress, it'll give you a more defined waist and a bit more cleavage. What do you think?" "I hope they have a pink one to match the dress." They did. Along with the corset, they found some cute pink panties, stockings to go with the garters, a lacy pink slip, and a playful pink nightie. Emma wore the corset as they left the store. Once Sarah laced it up, Emma's figure looked stunning. Next, we need to find some cute pink heels, and then we can try on the dress. Aunt Sarah, you're the best, Emma said, hugging her tightly. This is so much fun. I never thought I'd enjoy this so much. Aunt Jen, the dress is really gorgeous. Where can I wear it? We'll figure something out, sweetie. Here's the shoe store. They found some lovely pink heels, along with a few other pairs. Now they were ready to try on the dress. Fresh from her makeover and wearing the corset and her new pink heels, Emma was a vision in the pink silk dress. It seemed as if the dress was custom-made for her. The tight bodice accentuated her newly shapely curves, with lace highlighting her cleavage. The tiered skirt, with lace-edged slits, revealed Emma's elegant legs, accentuated by the 4-inch pink heels. Her curly hair cascaded over her shoulders, and her manicured nails matched the pink of the dress. She looked like a charming little angel. Oh, Emma, we definitely need to take you out somewhere. You look fantastic. Sarah had to persuade Emma to change out of the dress and back into her skirt and blouse before they headed home. Later that evening, just after dinner, Sarah received a call from a friend. How about tomorrow night? I have someone for you and your daughter to meet. She's around Isabel's age, so they might have a great time together. All right, Barbara, bye. Well, Emma, it looks like you have a special occasion to wear your new dress. Boo, where are we going, Aunt Sarah? That was Barbara, a friend of mine. She has a daughter named Isabel, who's your age. Isabel loves dressing up, she's even a beauty queen, and she's hosting a fancy dinner. So tomorrow night, you can wear your lovely new dress. I'm not sure what I'll wear yet. Cool. Will we go back to the salon? I want to look this good again. We'll see, honey, Sarah replied with a smile. Wow, she really is embracing it. I wonder what her mom will say. The next day, Emma was excited for the dinner and eager to wear her new dress. Tell you what, honey, if you want the time to pass quickly, keep busy. You can help me clean the house. It'll make the time go by faster. That's no fun, Emma pouted playfully. Come with me, sweetie, and I'll make it a bit more enjoyable for you. Sarah led Emma to her room and rummaged through the closet. Here we go. I wore this to a costume party last year, a very nice and sexy French-made outfit. It was a short, silky black dress with layers of lacy petticoats, 4-inch stiletto heels, black silk stockings, a frilly apron, and a cap. What do you think, Emma? Will this make cleaning any more fun? But Auntie, where's my feather duster? Emma smiled as Sarah pulled one from the closet. Soon, a very cute maid was dusting the house, her petticoats rustling as she pranced happily on her stiletto heels. In no time, the house was clean, and it was time to prepare for dinner. As Sarah worked on Emma's makeup and hair, Emma asked, "Do they know, Aunt Sarah? You know, about me?" "I haven't told them." "That's up to you. But you look like a teenage girl, no doubt about it. And a cute one, too. I guess we'll just see what happens." From their initial reactions, it seemed they hadn't guessed. The four of them sat in the living room, all in beautiful dresses. Dinner was still an hour away. "Have you ever been in pageants, Emma?" Isabel asked. "I bet you'd do great. And that dress is gorgeous." Emma blushed. "No, I haven't. Ever thought about it? I really think you'd do well." Emma blushed again. I think there's something I should tell you." She looked at her aunt. "My friend had to leave town suddenly for work, so she left Emma with me. We were trying to figure out what to do, and I had an idea. It all worked out fine." Sarah and Emma exchanged smiles. You see, my friend dropped off her son, Luke. She paused, letting them catch on. Oh my God, Isabel exclaimed, you're a boy? No way. You're too adorable. Emma blushed and nodded. No one seems upset, she thought. So far, so good. This is so cool, Isabel continued. Emma, do you still like girls? Oh yeah, Emma replied with a grin. I'd never dressed up as a girl before Aunt Sarah suggested it. But I have to admit, I'm having a blast. Barbara commented, I never would have guessed. You are such a doll. She tactfully ignored Emma's blush. Isabel's right. Maybe you'd do well in a pageant. I don't think the rules specifically say contestants have to be female. It's just assumed. What do you think, Emma? Aunt Sarah asked. Would you like to give it a try? It might be fun. Are you serious? I don't know about that. People would figure it out, I'm sure. You'd get to wear lots of silky, lacy dresses and gowns. Well, that would be nice, Emma said, smiling. I thought you'd like that part, Sarah said. Come with me tomorrow, Emma, and watch the pageant I'm in. See what you think. It's the finals, with 10 girls left. We'll be in fancy gowns and dresses. Pretty girls dressed in silk and lace. Don't you want to see that? Emma grinned. Well, if it means that much to you, okay. She and Aunt Sarah exchanged smiles. Is that all right, Aunt Jen? Of course, honey. The conversation shifted, and soon dinner was served. As they ate, the talk returned to pageants and pretty clothes. Isabel said, I've always loved dressing up. Going in a pageant sounds like fun. Do you enjoy dressing up, Emma? Saturday was the first time I ever wore girls' clothes or really thought about it. But I have to admit, I love it. It feels so nice. It's a bit strange, but that's how it is. I don't think it's strange, Isabel said. I think it's great. Well, it might not be normal, but it's definitely great. And you look fantastic. It was my idea, Sarah said. But I didn't expect it to go this far. I just adore my pretty new niece. Such a doll. Hey, Emma. Want to see my gowns? I have tons of beautiful dresses. Isabel stood and took Emma's hand, leading her to her room. This is so cool. I've never shown anyone, sorry, Emma, my pretty clothes. Isabel's room had 2 large walk-in closets filled with dresses and gowns. Emma was awestruck. It was like stepping into a magical new world. You look perfect in that pink dress, Emma. Maybe next time you come over, and we're not already dressed up, you can try on some of these, and we can have our own little pageant. Wow, I'd like that, Emma said, her cheeks flushing with a thought she didn't voice aloud. What's on your mind, Emma? Don't be shy. I was wondering if you have pretty slips and lingerie to go with them, she managed to say. Isabel smiled. Look, those drawers are full of silky, lacy lingerie. Emma's eyes widened, and Isabel grinned. How about this, I'll show you mine if you show me yours, she said with a playful smile. My what? Your lingerie, silly, Isabel said. Are you wearing pretty lingerie? Emma nodded. Well, I'll show you mine if you show me yours. We can help each other with our dresses. What do you say? Okay. But you go first. I'll take off my dress and then you take off yours. We'll both be in slips, okay? Okay. Emma helped Isabel off with her dress, a cute dark green silk dress. Underneath, she was wearing a slip the same shade of green, with lots of lace at the hem and bust. She blushed slightly when Emma gave a little whistle. Then she helped Emma take off her gorgeous pink dress, showing off her cute pink slip. Pretty, Emma. Emma smiled at her, then leaned over and kissed her on the cheek. Isabel hugged her and said, "You're so sweet, Emma. You'll have fun tomorrow. Most of the girls are nice, and everyone is dressed up pretty." "How should I dress?" "I don't really have a lot of dresses," Emma said. "I can lend you something. Let's look. And you're in your slip now, so you can try on whatever we pick." They tried a few dresses and were soon satisfied. They helped each other put back on their dinner dresses and went back downstairs. Soon it was time for Sarah and Emma to leave. On the ride home they talked. "You know, Aunt Jen, this is kinda weird. Right now I'm not sure if I'm more excited about seeing a bunch of really pretty girls all dressed, or about seeing their pretty clothes." Sarah laughed along with Emma. The day at the beauty pageant was a blast. Emma was thrilled by all the gorgeous clothes, and just as much by the beautiful girls. When she met them after the show, they all seemed pretty nice. And Emma was happy that all their chatting was about the shows and clothes, and not about boys. Nobody seemed to suspect there was anything different about Emma, or at least they didn't say anything. Not surprisingly, she dreamed that night of walking down the runway in her crown, wearing a beautiful white silk and lace gown. The next day, Wednesday, they didn't have any plans. While watching the television, Emma talked about the pageant and all the dresses and gowns. How fun it seemed. Sarah said, "I'll tell you what, honey. I don't have a closet filled like Isabel's, but I have some really nice clothes. You can put on a fashion show for me." Emma had a fabulous fashion show. She went through Sarah's closet and soon had her aunt joining in. They even changed their makeup several times. Emma was already getting pretty good at it. She was sitting in a slip at the vanity, face cleaned and ready for new makeup to match the dress she would put on next. As she was putting on mascara, she stopped and looked in the mirror, then turned to her aunt. She started to say something but stopped and said, "No, let me finish this first." Turning back to the mirror, she finished doing her eyes, then some blush and lipstick. She fluffed her hair out a little and smiled at the pretty girl looking back from the mirror. Then she turned back to her aunt. "Okay, look at me, Aunt Sarah." Emma crossed her legs and smoothed out the lacy hem of her slip. "Honey, you are one cute girl." Emma smiled and only blushed the tiniest bit. "Right. So how can I ever go back to being a boy? And what will my mom say? I really don't know. I wasn't thinking ahead. I guess we have about a week or so to think about it." "Yeah, I'll put that off for now. Hand me the dress, Aunt Sarah." Her aunt helped her into it, and Emma stepped up to the large mirror. "For now, I'm a babe." Meanwhile, Emma's mom was on her way back, though temporarily. She had sorted out most of her issues and was returning for a brief break to spend time with her son. She'd have to go back for another week or so to finalize things. There was even talk of a promotion and taking on a leadership role, but she wasn't sure how her son would feel about moving to a place where he didn't know anyone. It was late when she arrived. Wanting to surprise them, she hadn't called ahead, so she decided to head home and get some rest. She'd see them in the morning. Thursday morning, Aunt Sarah remembered they hadn't picked up the forgotten suitcase. "We should go get it so your mom doesn't wonder why it's still here. Patricia said she'd be gone at least a week, and it's nearly been that long." "Yeah, we should. Hey, can I borrow that light green dress?" They got ready for the drive, with Sarah letting her niece borrow the green silk dress and matching slip. Emma also wore green panties and a bra that matched, along with stockings, heels, and cute dangling earrings. It was the first time she was a girl in her own house. Patricia walked by her son's room and noticed the suitcase. "So what's he been wearing the past few days?" Just then, she heard the front door open. She heard Sarah speak first and paused. "Is there anything else you want to get besides the suitcase, Emma?" "Emma? I don't think so." That voice sounded familiar, but like a girl. "I have an idea," Emma said. How about we leave a note with the suitcase saying I don't need it because I'm a girl now? Patricia stepped into the hall, assuming Sarah was still in the living room. She saw a girl with her back turned, long curly hair cascading over her shoulders in a pretty green silk dress. As the girl spoke, Patricia noticed her long red fingernails and matching red toenails peeking out from under her stockings and heels. Being here really makes me wonder what Mom will think or say. Emma turned around to get the suitcase and saw her mom. She'd say you're a doll, sweetheart. And I'd be thrilled to have a daughter.